interesting. What about the Roosters?
The Roosters. Buy. You've got to buy in the Roosters. I'm all over Roosters players. I've got Sonny Bill. Obviously, everyone should.
I think everyone knows about Sonny Bill.
Should be getting on him. Yeah. But look, I've got actually two buys in there. Sorry to break the rules here, but I've got two what's it called? Two selections in the centre.
I don't think we're hardly selected reject.
We've got to appease our marketing. So two selections in the centre wings through Daniel Tupou, which I've spoken about before. 200k. He's going to make probably 50k quite easily in the next 2 rounds, as well as Sean Kenny-Dowell, who's been...
What?
Sean Kenny-Dowell, SKD. He's been very quiet of late, but he came back last week with a good game against...
Sorry, what?
Sean Kenny-Dowell?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. It's... Look, I'll admit, I'm not a big fan of his either, but he's very cheap. I mean, he's a player I'm pretty sure he's been over 300 in the past. I just think he's too cheap for what he is. He's going to cover those 3 buy rounds. He's what, minus 2, I think it was. So he's going to make a bit of money as well. I think he's an option. But I definitely think the Roosters backline, there are some good options there. So that's why I had 2 of them down.
What about Jake Friend as a smoky? What are you seeing
Look,
there? I know everyone's worried about his minutes and Mortimer coming in, but I think Mortimer was 18th man last week.
Yeah.
He did get named this week, but the rumours are that he's going to drop off on the bench again. He's a tackling machine. He's leading the tackles in the comp at the moment. He's just,
I think he was the big option there when I was looking at it. I think I just put the centre wingers in just because of the potential to make cash. But Jake Friend will, I think over the Origin period, he'll. I don't think minutes will be an issue for him. So definitely an option in the forward. He's an option for me. I'm keeping an eye on him, but it will depend on some other players that I have in line, particularly in the forwards that I'll be getting in before him, the likes of James Graham. So if I can, I might look at it, but I think he's a bit further down my selection.
Oh, fair enough. So the their big rivals this week, the St. George Illawarra Dragons.
Yep.
Which is usually a great game on Anzac Day, so one to definitely look forward to. Who are you seeing as the select and reject or hold or whatever you want to call it?
Slightly controversial, possibly again. I've actually gone for a hold on Gerard Bill. Now, a lot of people, he's been one of the big sellers of recent weeks. Sangster's been given in the sell for I think 5 weeks now. But I'm actually starting to, I'm probably looking to hold him past round 11. He's playing inside Brett Morris. Look, he's been quite respectable in his Supercoach scores. It's teetering between that 30 mark base stats, and then when he's getting some of the attacking points, it's getting up to the 60, 70 mark. So his average is at a 45, which is fine. At 202k, he's not going to bleed too much cash. And inside Brett Morris, I mean, he's always going to be involved in the Dragons' attack. So if you can carry him past round 11, Dragons will play round 14 and 17 buys. So I'm looking to get my round 11 players elsewhere and then carry Gerard Bill through, because look, centre wings, they're the unpredictable positions. And
well, I think he's sort of screwed me on a bit of NPRs. Play him, scores a try or goes off, and you're like.
So I figure why waste a trade to get him out just for that round 11 when you're gonna be trading in unpredictable centre wings anyway. So I'm saying hold with Gerard Bill.
Okay, so who are you rejecting?
For the Dragons, I'm saying Widdop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
A lot of people jumped on. Yeah, I mean, he was on fire at the start of the season. Dragons started with the 3 wins in a row, but he has dropped off remarkably since then. He's down to 214k, BE of 61. So, I mean, it's reachable, but I just
that'd be a good option to buy soon.
Yeah, well,
if you don't have him,
that's the thing. Yeah. If you do have him, it's I've got him there as a sell because I just think it might be one of those things where he's dropped a bit, but you might have to just bite the bullet because there are options out there to swap him for players that will get you through all 3 Origin buys. An Albert Kelly, a Sean Johnson, and Adam Reynolds. There's a lot of options there, some that will make money. And I just feel like Widdop might be just wasting away on the bench there. So, yeah, it's it might be a hard one, particularly after he's lost the money. But I'm saying he might be a sell.
I think he definitely might be buying a couple of weeks, to be honest. If he is dropping at the rate that you're saying, because I'm just trying to think, like, through the Dragons team, they lose Merrin and Morris, but their team's pretty much intact, especially over Origin. So you'd be thinking, they draw some good opponents.
Well, yeah, if you got him, I'm saying sell, but if you don't have him, and after round 11, if he's still very cheap, I mean, why not?
That's it. So, the Seagulls. Tafua, for me, if you're looking for that sort of mid to high range player, Tafua.
He's a gun.
He's averaging 70 on in his last two games.
2 games back, he didn't need time, did he?
Just straight in there, and I think he re-signed as well just recently, him and Hiku. So,
are you concerned at all that he might be a possible Origin selection?
No, a part of me thinks that the back line will be the same as what it was last year. That's just the feeling I have. I don't think anyone's really done anything to warrant being dropped. Jennings and Josh Morris, I guess, are the iffies, but they're proven performers. But for me, Tafua, if you're looking for a decent bit of, you got a bit of cash to spend. Tafua definitely. I think this week's his 3rd game, so I think he's projected to go up about 30k. So that'll be hitting about the 300k mark. His BE is 13. He's a beast. He's a machine. His base stats are quite high too. So they're been around 50 odd, even with him scoring a try. So
on the other side of things, a bit of a fall from grace. Isn't
massive reject, and I never thought I'd see the day I'd be saying sell Jamie Lyon. But I know a few of you are like, no, he's a keeper. But I'm sorry, your keeper's going to be playing 5'8" for a little while.
Yeah, that's huge news for Manly and Jamie Lyon, because he will play.
Not that he's been doing anything great in centre anyway, but he'll probably end up coming out having a ripper.
Yeah, we'll give him the mocker. So
if you got him, you're getting rid of him. And if he keeps dropping, he'll be probably a great buy.
As someone who didn't pick him up, I'm very happy with this. I'm happy to see him keep dropping. And after round 14, if he's cheap, I'll probably be all over him. Hopefully, he'll be back in the centres then. So.
That's right. His BE is 74 this week. I doubt it. He's going to get it playing 5'8". Yeah. Guys, it's time to start getting rid of Jamie Lyon if you got him. He's dropped 58,000 already this year, so that's a lot of money. So
down south in Melbourne, is it finally time to give Tunamapia the big reject sign?
No, I've gone the hold sell later option.
Bit of everything.
His BA is 17, which he should get.
Yeah.
He gets 17 and he barely touches the ball sometimes. So it's just it's a tough one. It really is tough for me.
So possibly a hold maybe up until round 11? Or...
Yeah, mine's a hold, and I think you were getting ready to sell him in a couple of weeks. So just wait it out if you can. Don't waste trading him out just yet. He's still got a couple of rises in him before you start thinking of upgrading.
Yeah.
He's getting up there nice and juicy at 172 at the moment. So, hopefully he hits that 200k mark in the next couple of weeks, and then...
Yeah, well, just another big score, and it'll give you another couple of weeks of rises. So
you never know, he'll probably score a triple against the Warriors and on the weekend and Friday night, and then just get... He's BAB minus 100 again, and he'll be making another 50k, who knows. But yeah, definitely hold for a couple of weeks, then I'll be looking to sell him out or upgrade him for someone a lot better. But my reject, if you haven't already got rid of him, even though he got named this week, is Hampton. Leaked 30k.
Yeah, he leaked me a bit of cash before I managed to get him out. So.
He's at 130 odd. His BE's 47. To me, he's a player. He doesn't seem to be the support player for Cooper Cronk and that. He seems to be a player that you can, when they're not there, he'll do it for you. But with those guys there, Cameron Smith ends up taking over like a 5'8", another halfback on the field anyway. So it's to me, he's just definitely not a player. If you're going to get rid of anyone and he's still in your team, he's the guy to trade out at the moment, especially with a few other options coming through. I think from the earlier video, Blake Austin's at about 110,000. Luke Keary will be back in a few weeks as well. He's pretty cheap, so for me, get rid of him. So,
all right, we'll go across the Tasman for a bit. I know you're excited about this one.
This is your favourite team.
It's
the way you go on about them.
There's always something exciting happening
with
the Warriors.
All right, just for you fans at home, he loved Benji Marshall, right? Loved him. We hated
Tigers.
You know. And then as soon as Marshall leaves, you jump on board with another Kiwi half, and he's been screwing everyone in the arse since. But wow, you got hold on Sean Johnson.
I don't just have him a hold. I have him as a select this week. I'm saying he will be a...
Over who?
What do you mean?
Who would you select him over?
Well, over your... As a backup half...
Albert Kelly is about the exact same price, and he plays the Tigers this week. I'd be taking Albert Kelly over Sean Johnson.
Oh, that's not as exciting. It's a roller coaster. Oh. It's just about to get good, I'm sure of it too. No, but look,
you've been saying this all year.
It's really starting to get to the big rise. But look, somehow he's managed to keep an average of above 50. I was quite shocked to see that actually.
That's bullshit.
It's true. I double checked the stats, but over 50. So. I just think
Fox Sports loves him when they do the stats.
I just think with the Warriors, with a bit of consistency, that's a bit ironic. Not ironic. That's a bit of a oxymoron, paradox, what have you. But if they keep the same players for a couple weeks, if they get a bit of form, I think Johnson can really shine. I still think the Warriors will have a good period. In the mid-season, when all the players got Origin and all that, New Zealand have always had that slight advantage with the New Zealand players. So I think they will come good to an extent, and I think Johnson's going to benefit. So I've still got him in my team, so I've still been holding him through, but I still think he's a reasonable option to buy. So said it.
What happens if the rumours are true and Benji Marshall signs with the Warriors? Well, there's a lot of rumours. There's been strong rumours about Cronulla.
Yeah.
There's strong rumours about Warriors. I think a really strong rumour is starting to come about the Bulldogs for Benji. But if you went to the Warriors...
Nah, look, I wouldn't be concerned.
Your Sean Johnson?
Not at all.
Not at all. Because they did so well for New Zealand together.
Not concerned. Moving to the cells.
Wow, I can't believe we've gone from Sean Johnson that now we're going to rejects for New Zealand. Wow.
I've gone... Despite his recall this week, I've gone with Chad Townsend.
Would you still have him in your team?
Well, a lot of people still do have him. Just it seemed like, from what I saw, a lot of people just haven't had the opportunity because there's been some cows to get on and whatnot. So he's just kind of been lingering, kind of like a Tuamavave in my team. Just kind of
100,000 for Tuamavave. Probably not going to get rid of him.
So, but I think it's pretty clear that he is going to play second fiddle to Leilua. Is it pronounced Leilua?
Yeah, Leilua.
But who's obviously still struggling with that groin. They're going to be taking it careful with his groin, but so he might be in and out Townsend. But he's got at the moment he's got a BE of 58. He's not going to be making any more cash for you. So I think he's a sell for one of the other halves that'll take you through the bye
period. Well,
he's
at 214k. So if you're looking to upgrade to say someone like Austin at 110, that's a good money.
Yeah,
money-making potential because...
Or even an upgrade to Johnson.
Well, Jesus. Yeah, wow. Wow, I just got nothing to say about that. You're an idiot. But yeah, definitely money-making potential because I don't think job security is that good if Leilua comes back. Because Leilua is a great player.
He's the first pick.
Actually, one there I thought you might have put in because I know it is a few things on the board. What are your thoughts if you got Hurrell and McFadden... doesn't seem to be rushing him. I know he's flown over with the team this week. Do you sell him? Is it too much money sitting on your bench doing nothing at the moment?
I wouldn't sell him at the moment. If I had used a trade to buy him already, and then that's 2 trades gone. I can't see how it can be a long-term option for the Warriors.
His BE is in the minus.
Yeah.
I don't know it exactly offhand because I didn't write it down, but his BE is in the minus at the moment. So waiting for him to come back, he really need to have a raging game, but.
And particularly as he gives you that first round 11 coverage too. So you've already got one player that will cover. I think it's a waste if you trade him. But definitely, obviously, not a buy for the moment if you don't have him. So
my fingers crossed that he's actually going to play this week because
I think
the rumours were.
I think he might.
Lawape or whatever his name is playing in the centres. He's actually a little bit injured, so hasn't been pulling up too good. So I'm hoping for a smoky.
Yep.
Checking the apps on Friday, which probably won't be smart. Being Anzac Day, support the troops, guys. Just remember that. But yeah, moving on.
Newcastle,
the mining town.
Yep. Who have we got for a?
I've
got a select.
Yeah, I'll put a select in as a bit of just another point of difference option really for those in the second row forward options. You know, like you were saying earlier. Bo Scott, if you had him from the start of the year, he's been making you money and been solid. He's been great, which is, I haven't said Bo Scott is great in quite a while. So he's averaging just over 60. His BE is 27. I think he got 44 last week in a team that pretty much got thrashed. You know, he's definitely a good point of difference to get in if you can fit him in. I think he's projected to go up another 20 or 30k. So Bo Scott could be a point of difference. If not, I think I slashed it with Gagai. It's 29. It's about 230 odd. I think it is 239k.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I don't know. It's kind of hard with Newcastle. They're very Supercoach irrelevant for me. So.
No, you're probably right. Like there isn't really anyone.
Yeah, for the last probably 2 to 3 years, it's just. Gidley a few years ago was somewhat relevant, but
no, he always gets injured.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm hoping he still gets injured before Origin.
But we do have a sell.
Yeah, a sell. I know a few teams still do have this guy. Darius Boyd, if you got him in team, get rid of him. He's been dropping money left, right, and centre.
174. Wow.
He's 170. Well, he's 179 at the moment.
179.
So just under 180k. His B is 57. Somehow he's getting selected for Australia. I don't know how. I watched that game against Brisbane. He got bumped off like a ragdoll, like the old Jamie Soward. No one seemed to mention it because I think he's a Queenslander. But yeah, definitely a guy. Yeah, get him out of your team. A lot better options.
All right, so we're going to finish strong. The second place team at the moment, West Tigers. Yeah. I've got a big select.
Anasta?
Oh, for sure.
Adam Blake?
No, look, we talked about it in our round 8 episode, but Blake Austin, I think
this will be the most popular trade this week.
Yeah, for sure. Him and Oava, but Austin's pretty much played himself into the Tigers team. I think he still merits a bench position when Farah's back. So
he's that cheap half everyone's been looking to get in. 110k, BE minus 53. If he plays like he did on the weekend here, which was good, I think he'll somehow sneak himself a bench spot. Or to be honest, the way Fulton gets concussions, he'll probably be playing anyway. Fulton will go down in this week with another concussion. Blake Austin seems to be.
I'm not concerned about risk. I don't think he's that risky at all, and I think the reward. Having averaged 60 in his first 2 games, he's looking like he's going to make some very handy cash and cover the buy round. So definitely a buyer with Austin, and a big sell. So it's going to be a hard one to get rid of, but
so the big reject for the Tigers.
Huge reject. Want to emphasize reject. Prathan Asta. A lot of people did end up with him somehow.
A lot of people didn't have him because they're not idiots.
Yeah, it was just kind of one of those things where you needed a half who was cheap to allow you to do other things. So
I would have selected a non-playing half like Moses Moebi.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I should.
I think he's the most named player that never plays this season.
18th man, the most consistent 18th man.
I'm just hoping Josh Reynolds gets selected for Origin so we actually get to see the kid play.
No, but look, Anasta, even though he will play the buy rounds, he's useless. That's it.
That's what you got to say.
That's it. there's no advantage to keeping him.
Yeah, well, I agree.
think
There's no
we agreed
advantage
on
to
something.
picking him at the start of the year, like I said
Yeah.
to you.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, no, give it him.
It was what? It was a waste of a selection. That's what it was.
There's just no one else. It's one of those things.
Anyway, so big week.
Huge week.
I thought we'd try something different.
Yeah.
Go through a few teams. A lot of questions are asked about who should you get. So I thought we'd do a bit of a breakdown with each of the teams. Try and go through some key players who are there.
Yeah.
Key guys who you probably shouldn't have at the moment. This is not saying don't ever have them. This is just saying at the moment not the best.
Yeah, so just a handy little resource that might help coming up to Origin, give you a bit of insight as to who might be good for the period, who to kind of hold on, who to give the big reject sign to. So,
That's right.
but give us some feedback. We're always looking to do some new things. So, definitely
right.
looking for any kind of feedback, any ideas. So,
I think the graphics that have been shown up today we'll probably put up as some pictures and release them as well before the round.
For sure.
It is the last round before bye week next week, which is our representative footy time. Which I think we might be doing a special, maybe released. No,
Possibly.
yes, no.
We'll see.
I have to talk to marketing.
Yeah, they're a tough bunch then.
It's just but that's it for the week.
That is. So, thanks for watching again. Keep sharing, keep liking, keep, I don't know, whatever else you do. But until next time, happy tinkering.
See you later.